Hey everybody, welcome to Mitch's Mail Call for a special edition of the Mail Call on Sunday, May 25th, 2014. Of course, no mail today, but I was out most of pretty much all of yesterday, so didn't really get a chance to show you yesterday's mail. So that's what I'm going to do today is show you Saturday's mail. This is really kind of a special day today. I've just got a few ordinary things and something very special I'll share with you here at the end. First of all, Jennifer got a box from drugstore.com. It's one of the supplement type things she takes. Jennifer also got something from Flynn for Senate. Guy's from Memphis. So I'm guessing that's probably, well, it could be state Senate, U.S. Senate, not sure. But he's running for the Senate, whoever Flynn is. I got a bill for my Yellow Pages ad. And the last thing I got, my stepmother sent me a thick stack of papers. My dad, when he was still actively practicing law, I guess this was probably maybe 15, 20 years ago at least, he dictated his memoirs basically from growing up and as a young man and getting married, and he dictated them. He had a little dictaphone machine, and I'm sure one of his secretaries transcribed it. And I think I actually have these memoirs probably in a box in a closet, but I'm sorry to say I've never actually read them. And so when my stepmother sent me these came in the mail yesterday, and I guess maybe she assumed or didn't realize that I already had them. Maybe I don't, but anyway, I started reading through them, and I realized I really should have read all this by now, and I'm going to do that today. But I was skimming through it, and I found a little passage I wanted to share with you. And just as a little background, my dad was, let's see, he went to law school I think he started law school in 1942, and he only went for 2 years. So he graduated from in law school in 43, and then he did 3 years in the military, in the Marines in World War II. So he actually, in law school, he signed up for the Marines. So here's a story he told. The summer after his first year of law school, he just kind of went out on an adventure. He hitchhiked to Canada. He just wanted to kind of tour America and Canada, and he had very little money on him. But one thing he did have with him, he had 2 letters of introduction. He had met the the governors of both Tennessee and Arkansas, and knew them. And he had letters of introduction from these 2 governors who basically, I guess these letters said, hey, this guy's okay. He's not even though he's hitchhiking, even though he's basically a drifter, he knows us, so he's cool. So anyway, my father tells a story here in the memoirs, and I'm just going to read from this. With my letters of introduction, I went to the office of the mayor. Oh, by the way, he in his travels he winds up in New York City. This is in 1942. I went to the office of the mayor, Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia of New York, and visited with him. Mayor LaGuardia was a most interesting person. He was known for reading the Sunday funny paper over the radio to the children of New York City. He would make all of the fires. I guess he would go to all of the fires in the Midtown area, as he stated, quote, was fighting a continuing battle against pimps and tin horns. I'm not sure what a tin horn is. I think a pimp is a pimp, but Mayor LaGuardia kindly saw me and visited with me. He was interested in the fact that I had just joined the United States Marines. We discussed my law school activities and my trip through Canada. About that time, the mayor received an alarm that a fire was going on and a fire truck was coming by to pick him up, and he asked me if I wanted to go. I declined and left New York City several days later. Well, Dad, I cannot believe you passed up a chance to ride on a fire truck with Mayor LaGuardia to a fire in New York City. That just baffles me, but it's just so cool that he even... So, okay, so my dad is like, okay, 1943, he's 21 years old, barely, and he's hitchhiking, and he's got these letters, and he's a 21-year-old guy from Arkansas is able to go in and just sit down and just chew the fat with the mayor of New York. I guess file that under stuff you could do in 1943. Anyway, this was cool, and I might read passages of this in future days. I have to sit down and really read this. Should have done it a long time ago, but thank you, Anne, for passing that along again. Anyway, very long mail call today, but this is Memorial Day weekend, and I know my father obviously was not killed in the line of duty, which is what we observe on Memorial Day. He was a veteran, but so there's sort of a loose tie in there. So thought it was appropriate. Anyway, tomorrow is Memorial Day, so there will be no mail. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye.